This time last year, Emily Sanderson had COVID and was in a coma. When she was discharged, she was told she was the most ill person they'd ever seen survive. She's come so far and considers herself lucky, but is now struggling with secondary symptoms.
Going from the top, I suffer with scalp issues, with tinnitus, really sensitive eyes, acid reflux. I've still got numbness in some of my limbs. My thighs and my arm are still lacking feeling.
Emily's situation is typical of people with long COVID who were admitted to hospital. According to a new study, 1 year after discharge, less than 3 in 10 are fully recovered.
That's obviously not the message that we wanted to find. We wanted to hope that clearly people would have recovered considerably by 1 year. But unfortunately, in those people who've been hospitalised, so those who've had the most severe COVID infection, are still suffering.
And there were other factors. Women, people who were ventilated and those who were overweight were more likely to still be unwell. Sabrina was hospitalised with COVID in November 2020. She now struggles to breathe and has severe fatigue and has been in and out of hospital 14 times.
It affects your life. It does. I'm 42 and I feel like I'm 82. You know, I've got children. It's affected my day-to-day, my family life. It's become the norm now for my 9-year-old son to know that mummy's in and out of hospital and he shouldn't have to be dealing with that.
But almost 2 years since the first wave, a growing understanding of long COVID could finally mean some treatments, both for those who were hospitalised and those who weren't.
So these figures are fairly bleak. Is there a positive takeout, though, from what you've learned over the last year?
So the good news from our study is that we've identified patterns in the blood samples which give us clues about the causes of long COVID and therefore also potentials for new therapies, and really trying to target those new therapies to make sure that we get the right intervention into the right patient at the right time is going to be absolutely key.
This, at least, is something encouraging, because if more infections means more long COVID, we're going to have to get better at treating it. Ruth Liptrot, 5 News.